Let's go. What's up, guys? NRB Day 3. We're here at the White Rose Resistance booth with
Dr. Dave White. I'm the pastor and chaplain of the White Rose, and it's so good to be with you.
All right. Can you tell everybody watching a little bit about what the White Rose Resistance is? I know you were explaining it to me earlier, and it's such an amazing story.
Yeah, no, the real story goes back to Nazi Germany in World War II. There was a group of young college students that heard that Hitler was killing the Jewish neighbors of theirs, and they're like, we need to resist that. So they created a little group, put out some flyers at the University of Munich and said, let's do something about it. And the Gestapo found out about it, and within days they were all executed and beheaded. So today Seth Gruber, who's our CEO, who's really pro-life, says, you know, we've got a genocide going on now and we're not doing much about it. Let's call ourselves the White Rose Resistance and encourage churches and people to like stand up for the unborn, to give a voice to the voiceless, and to try to make a difference.
Amen. So I know a lot of people, when you get into the conversation about abortion, right? Everyone on both sides, I've seen it, they really want to go for, oh, well, you've got to separate church and state. You've got to separate church and state. What would you say to that?
Well, I'm not sure what they mean by that. Are they saying if you become a Christian, you have to put all of your views in like a little box on Sunday? You know, Jesus had something to say about everything, and we live in the public square, so it doesn't matter if it's money or marriage or birth or life. We feel like it's relevant. Our goal is not to be political. I don't think, you know, I don't know, Daniel wanted to be political with Nebuchadnezzar. I don't think Moses wanted to confront Pharaoh. I don't think Esther wanted to confront Xerxes. I don't think Jesus wanted to deal with Pontius Pilate. But when the state is cuckoo and is doing things that are destructive, the church has an obligation to say something.
Absolutely, absolutely. For young people, you know, kids on college campuses that are, you know, they're believers, they're sold out the whole route, but they're maybe a little bit timid, a little bit afraid. They don't quite have that boldness yet to stand up and really engage with their beliefs in that public space. What would you say to them?
Well, I have empathy for people because, you know, I don't want to, you know, challenge people to do things that are overly uncomfortable, but Christianity is like a public faith. It's not like a private thing that you just put in a little corner. Jesus wants us to be salt and light. Yes. The salt doesn't work unless it touches the meat, otherwise the meat's going to rot, and the light doesn't work unless it's in the darkness. So we can, you know, bark about culture and going, it's rotting, it's decaying, it's so dark, it's so crazy. Yeah, but when meat does rot without refrigeration. So the question is, where's the salt?
Yes.
So I would just say to young people, you are the salt of the earth. You are the light. Like, just do what you do.
Absolutely. Can you tell us a little bit about what White Rose Resistance is doing actively? Like, what do you guys have going on to really fight this fight and get in there?
Well, the nice thing is we have a bunch of activists in various cities, so they actually are encouraging people to save their children and help us to get them either adopted or in homes, or that they would keep their kids. But we also have a couple documentaries, the 1916 Project, we're releasing a new one called The Last Stand this June 2026, that are educating people to say, resistance against evil is not novel or new. We've been doing it from the first century. When the Romans threw their babies away, it was Christians who said, let's go get them. There's nothing illegal about that in the Roman Empire. You could just discard your kids at will. But the Christians are like, but they're created in the image of God, let's do something. So between documentaries, hosting conferences, and, you know, our activists in the field, you know, we're trying to make a small difference.
I love that. That's so awesome. Last two questions, and they go hand in hand. How can people get involved, and where can they find more information about what you guys are doing?
Well, thanks for asking. I mean, you can certainly go on our website, thewhiterose.life, and there's all kinds of resources and sermons and messages and tools and classes and films they can download. So just go to thewhiterose.life. And then, of course, you can sign up and get on some of our interest lists where you get resources sent to you, and keep you posted. And then, you know, do what you're doing. You're staying. You know, you're a young person. You could do a lot of things with your life, but for whatever reason, you're choosing to say, let's film some things, let's get involved, let's be active, let's make a difference. You're very inspiring. I'm really proud of you. Thank you for you know, keeping me pumped. As we get older, we look at the younger generation and say, are they going to be able to pass on the torch? And you're doing it. So thank you.
Well, thank you, and thank you for your time.
Absolutely.
I appreciate the interview.
Absolutely.